Oh, hey guys. It's been 2 years, but your girl's back.
That's Mackenzie May Brown. Rides a smooth Royal Cat. Now put it right.
Let's get in here and make it look good. Mackenzie May Brown on a smooth Royal Cat.
Arena record 21.2. Smooth Royal Cat.
So remember how my last video I was talking about how I was back and I was going to start continuously posting? Well, life happened and that did not work out. And I have a lot to catch you guys up on. So let's just dive right into it. Honestly, where do I even start? There's a lot to get you guys up on, and I don't want this to be too draining or too long of a section. So let's just rapid fire through it. So last time we talked, at least on YouTube, was I was living in Spokane at my dad's property. I moved back. I'm back in Clark County, Washington, and of course, I brought Royal with me. He's right here, by the way. Let's see, I moved back. Royal and I had our best year ever in 2023. He was consistently in the 1D. He won a few races. He broke an arena record. He was just having a fire year. And then, of course, as life does, it all came crashing down. He ended up having a compensation injury with his suspensory from his original first injury, which, if you don't know, he tore his right front deep digital flexor tendon in 2020 twice in a single year, because he loves just being a walking vet bill, honestly. So I decided in 2024 to give him the whole year off to just go out and pasture, be a horse, heal, take all the time he needs, because boy, does this horse deserve the entire world. So that happened. I got engaged. I'm not wearing my ring right now. No, we're still very much engaged. I just am a horse girl who may or may not have been missing a few jewels from her ring already. So, but I'm still engaged. I got a new horse, which, if you aren't following me on Instagram and TikTok, you probably don't know about that if you're just a YouTuber only, which I mean, first of all, if you've been here that long, good for you. Good for you. And you're an OG, honestly. Yeah, so I got a new horse, which I will give you guys all the deets on that here in a little bit. And yeah, now we're just getting Royal back up. We're rehabbing him, getting ready to get him running in August. And new horse, he's getting trained up. We have our first big barrel race here next week. I'm really excited about that. So anyway, let's just stop this yapping and get right into it. I'm going to go grab Rocket, which that's my new horse. And we're going to get him saddled. And I'm just going to tell you guys a little about his story. He's a bit of a comeback guy. Love his story. And then we're going to do a drill. So let's just get into it. Before I get Rocket, though, do you guys want to say hi to Royal? Royal, hi. Do you want to say hi to everyone? You want to say hi? Royal, that's not very nice. You want to take it back? So this is Rocket, aka Smokin' Ken. That's his jockey name. And let's just talk a little bit about his story while I tack him up. So Royal was injured, and I knew he would be off for a full year, and I could not see myself doing nothing with horses for a year. And being a broke girl in my 20s, I knew I could not afford a nice finished barrel horse. So my options were limited to projects. And I checked out quite a few horses. And the one I fell in love with was a big red off the track thoroughbred, Rocket. I'm not really sure why, but I just felt when I met him, I was just like, I need to have this horse. And so I bought him. That was back in March of 2024. And we've had a journey since. He is also a very big boy. I'm also short, so there's that too. So yeah, when I first bought him, he passed his PPE with flying colors, but I knew being an off the track, he probably would have something that would pop up at some point, and I was prepared for that. I mean, obviously he wasn't in perfect shape. He has a club foot in his front right. And yeah, I knew he'd be a little bit of a rehab project, but I was not prepared for how big of a rehab project you would be. Huh. So I spent my first month with him just doing groundwork. So we did groundwork. We started rehabbing his feet because his feet were pretty bad when I got him. And then got his teeth done. Oh, that's the other thing about Rocket. He's got a really bad overbite. Really bad. I did rename him to Rocket, but I really missed an opportunity to call him Mater. Because I don't know. I feel like he really could be a Mater. So yeah, our first month we just did groundwork, and then after that I just went really basic with his under saddle training. I mean, obviously he's not off the track, so it's not like he was unbroke. Oh, thanks for farting right in my face, dude. Ugh. But you know, we had to learn. Hey, excuse me. Thank you. You know, he had to learn some things that obviously he didn't really know. I'm sorry this microphone is too close to my face, guys. This is not how I imagined to do it. But it was pretty uneventful for the first like 3 months that I had him. And then I want to say about excuse you. It's probably about June or July. I want to say it was June. I got him out one day and he was lame. So we thought it was just an abscess. Started treating it like it, but I know you don't like talking about this. But it just kind of kept switching where the lameness was at. Sometimes it'd be in the front, sometimes it'd be in the back. And I was like, I think this is a compensation thing and that there's something else happening. So we got his feet as good as we could. I mean, obviously his feet were still rehabbing. Yeah, you were still rehabbing. But like his hooves checked out. It wasn't anything where it was like, okay, it could be an abscess because he was fine on the hard ground. But I ended up taking him to the vet and just getting the full workup. I know he already had the PPE before, but I wanted to see everything. So we did x-rays of all 4 of his legs, and we ended up finding some mild arthritis in his right stifle. So I'm not really sure if he had an injury on the track that maybe just like went unnoticed or I just wasn't told about. I don't know. But obviously something happened. And so we started him on Adequan. And then I started looking up different options to kind of strengthen him up because this horse, I mean, obviously off the tracks have a hard time with engaging their hind end, but he was like to the point where I'm like, something else is going on. Yeah. And that injury kind of explains it. But yeah, so I started looking up different options. I mean, I know a bit about rehab with Royal, but I didn't know how to exactly I wanted to find someone who was professional, who knew how to strengthen up a horse, like specifically with whatever he was dealing with. I wanted a tailored rehab plan, and that's how I found Dr. Michelle. She is, what are you doing? Hey, what are we doing? Rocket. Oh, do you see the grass over there? Okay, well, I don't want you to get your head stuck, so I found Dr. Michelle, and she is an equine sports therapy. She does like physical therapy for horses. So I found her, and I started, whoop, that didn't work out. Started working with her, and she has been absolutely amazing. She really, I think she was kind of what really was that missing key for getting Rocket up back and going. Yeah. So she really made an impact and a difference on his journey and helped him become more balanced in his movement. It's not necessarily that he was like lame at that point. He was sound, but he just wasn't moving right. And the before and after, I think we did about 20 weeks with her, and it's incredible. It is incredible. If you feel like your horse is weak and might just like missing something, I highly recommend Dr. Michelle. Not sponsored or anything. I just really believe in like what she does. So yeah, man. So we did that up until like I want to say it was like the end of November, December, and he was feeling good. We were just getting to a point where I was being able to work him on the barrel pattern again. And then beginning of December, I got him out to ride, and something just wasn't right. So I thought he was having a colic episode. I still think he might have had a mild colic episode. We're not really sure what happened. He just was not right. And after that kind of just avalanched into being worse. He started getting really aggressive with me. I couldn't touch him. Hey, buddy. I know. We are still working with things. Yeah. Yeah, so he just started getting really aggressive. He was sound, but he wasn't moving right. He kept like having like this weird crooked head when he would lunge. And he just was just angry. He was just angry at everything. And I just felt like something was wrong. We started him an ulcer treatment. Yes, I know. And started working on that. That didn't really make things better. And then I finally came to the conclusion that I think he has EPM. And he passed the test that said like he did not have EPM. The only other test that we could have done was a spinal tap, and I just thought that was way too invasive for him. And after weighing the pros and cons, I just went ahead and started him on EPM treatment. First 10 days, didn't really notice a difference. I want to say it was around the 14-day mark, I really started to see him be a little bit happier to see me. He was a little bit more relaxed. But even after the treatment, he just had a lot of pent up. And that's when I found a local girl here who is not only an animal communicator, but she also does structural therapy for horses. And she kind of really helped me be like, hey, he's good. Because I just kept thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, what else could it be? Maybe it's PSSM. Maybe he's got nerve damage. And I was just going on a frizz. And she just like, hey, he's fine. He's just pent up and he feels good and he wants to go. So I want to say it was about February, we kind of started making our journey back. I got a brand new saddle for him because my other saddle was not fitting him. Obviously, you can see his nutrition really got perked up. I'll put a little before and after picture on the screen. His transformation has just been insane. We've had a lot of ups and downs. I started getting him good in March, and then like end of February, March. Then I had emergency surgery and needed to get my appendix removed. So I was out for basically the whole month of March. And I had a really good friend. She was able to come out and work him, keep him tuned up. Then we started training him on the barrels like around end of March. And we're in May now, and he's been to 3 barrel races. We are not even really clocking in the 5D yet, but he's doing great. Honestly, I see a lot of potential in this horse. I see a lot of heart and a lot of try in this horse. And I think he just really wants to prove himself. And he's been through a lot. We've been through a lot. And I'm glad I really stuck out with this one, because there was a lot of times that I think other people would have just quit with a project horse. But I could see the potential in him, and I'm really glad I stuck it out with him. So I will stop yapping now. We are getting ready to enter our first big barrel race over Memorial Weekend. I just bit the bullet and was like, I want to go, even if I don't win or clock or anything. I have so much fun at this race, and I just want to go back to having fun and barrel racing again. So we're gearing up for that, and we're going to go do a drill. So I'm going to go warm him up, and I'll meet you guys in the arena. Okay, so he's warmed up. We're going to do a little drill here. I'm going to try to keep it really short because he's just a little frazzled today. It's been really hot, and the temperature just dropped today, so he's a little fresh. And with this horse especially, he is one where you can't push him too much or ask too much of him, or else he just gets really, really upset and really confused. So we're just going to try and keep it really simple. And he is one of those horses. I don't do this with very many horses, but I'm honestly just going to start right with a lope. He's already warmed up, and during our warm-up, we worked on a lot of like body control. But he just is one where when he gets frazzled like this, he needs to move his feet. And if you try and force him to go slow, he's just going to get really, really, really frustrated. So you kind of got to work backwards with him. So we're starting to lope. I'm going to work this drill. So this is a square drill. I'm going to work this like a couple different ways. I'm going to start without turning and just kind of doing what I'm doing right now, which is literally just making a square. And when I'm doing this, I'm really just trying to make sure his shoulder doesn't fall in when he turns and he stays up straight. And then once I lope, I'm actually going to be making him rate and be a little slower on the short halves and then letting him open up a bit on the longer parts. So first turn never counts. I'm just gonna get his brain here a little bit. Let him figure out what we're doing here. Oh, good boy. I'm gonna move out a little bit. Oh, good boy. Good. 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 Okay, we're gonna spook for a second. Hold on. Oh, it's Jeff. That's why we're spooking. Okay, hey. It's just Jeff. Okay. Let's just circle this. Get your brain back a little bit. Oh. Okay. Let's try going the other way. Okay, we're just gonna take it slow for a second. Ease. Easy. Okay. Good boy. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, we switched leads. Hold on. Oh. There you go. Oh. Good boy. Oh. When he doesn't want to like really rate like that, I'm just gonna ask him to come back down again. Good boy. Oh. Okay. It's okay. Oh. Just really deepen my seat. Get myself to relax. Honestly, I'm getting distracted by the cows right now. I'm gonna just start incorporating the turns here. So when I'm asking him to do these turns, hold on, no. Just take a breather real quick. This is also something of his. He just, when he doesn't know what to do, like, or what I'm asking him, his instinct is just to move his feet and run. Which that's just rocket. And honestly, this might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I pick and choose my battles. I'm not gonna ask this horse to be like absolutely perfect and have him be collected and looking beautiful 24/7. If he's like doing the basic of what I'm asking, that's fine. And that's why I just try and work on different things. Okay, I don't like that. See, but that's one thing I don't like. Work on different things every day. Oh, there we go. Good boy. So I'm just really trying not to get him to shoulder in. This horse is just a powerhouse, guys. There you go. Good boy. So he kind of drifted off. That was my fault. I didn't give him enough of a pocket. So I'm just going to keep turning this till he gets his attention back to me. There you go. Oh. You're all right. I'll work it the other way just a little bit, and we'll call it good. Honestly, that's the hardest thing I've had to learn with this horse, is not looking for perfection with Royal. Royal's always been my super easy horse that I could just go and do anything on and ask anything and he just do it. And Ruckus is not that horse. He'll get it and he will listen, obviously, but he's not, I don't think he'll ever be a super broke, super nice horse. And that's okay. As long as he can go turn around 3 trash cans, that's all I really care about. And obviously not kill me while doing it. So there, he kind of drifted a little too much. So I'm just going to hold him here until he engages a little bit better. There we go. There. I'll stop there. So yeah, just picking and choosing our battles is kind of our deal. As long as we get better, 1% better every ride. That's all I care about, guys. Just getting a little bit better and just working on his timeline. He's one that's just going to take a little bit longer, but that's okay. I'm just going to end it here just by walking a little figure 8, and then I'll go ahead and get off. Oh. Oh. But yeah, he's honestly, he's a really cool horse. He's really cool, and he's been a lot of fun to work with. He's been a challenge. I've had to learn a lot and change my own style for him, but he's taught me a lot, and I just think he's a really cool horse. So I'm going to go ahead and cool him off, and I'll see you guys in a second. Good boy. Well, that was today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'm very excited to be back. And no, I'm not going to do what I did last time. I promise. I have an accountability buddy this time. So I'm not going to say I'm going to be back and then disappear. I'm here for good. It's not going to be as often I was hoping. I hope to one day work up to a weekly schedule. But for now, we're going to aim for bi-weekly and we'll move up from there. Our next vlog is going to be a 3-part series for Rocket's 3-day barrel race. So if you don't want to miss that, you might want to click the subscribe button and click the notification bell, so that way you're alerted. If you want to follow me for day-to-day life, you know, I got Instagram and TikTok, both linked in my bio. Mackenzie_May02 is the username for both. That was today's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.